Justin Philpott, Tracy, California. Drive a Stockton late model. I've been racing for about 20 years. My family's been coming to Stockton since 1968. Sponsors, Philpott's Garage, Janko Industries, Philpott Marine, friends, family. My wife support me, let me do what I love to do.
Talked about it. You have a storied history here, 20 years. A couple weeks ago, you picked up your first ever win with the SRL series. Tell me about the emotion that you felt getting that victory.
To be honest with you, on the last lap, I thought I was going to finish third, and I would have been happy with that. We built a brand new car. It's been nothing but a pain for us to try to figure it out. We got it pretty good. We were definitely a third place car, and then when they wrecked in front of me, I couldn't believe it. It was like something that you dream about. Pretty cool to get an SRL win. There's not too many father and sons that have done that. My father David won his last race in 2003 with them down in Madeira. So to be able to win and have the whole team and, you know, my kids, my two daughters were here for the first time to actually see me win. It was pretty cool. It really didn't set in until Monday, to be honest with you. We worked so hard trying to be perfect and have the shot to win, and somebody was definitely on our side that night.
Well, one thing I heard you mention there, family. It's so important to racing. It's one of the reasons why, you know, we all care about it so much, and, you know, we all treat each other like family. Tell me a little bit more about what it's been like to, you know, grow up watching your dad race, to now being able to show your daughters how to get to victory lane.
It's a love-hate relationship. You work with them. I mean, they're my father's the one that pretty much runs the whole show. I'm the lucky one that gets to drive it, but it comes with a lot of work, a lot of late nights. My grandfather still works on the car out of his house. My wife understands and tolerates me, but hey, you're home, I gotta go. I take my oldest daughter Lane with me. She gets to run around and watch us work on the car, and she actually just told me this morning that, you know, Dad, when you go to the racetrack, I want another trophy. So that's my motivation, and, you know, we try to treat everybody with respect. My family's been doing this since 1968. It's in our blood. We work hard to try to be successful, and when you're not successful, it makes it like, well, what are we doing? We could be doing other things as a family, but this is what we always come back to.
Well, one thing you mentioned there, getting another trophy, going to be difficult. You got a tough field ahead of you, but what's it going to take to get back-to-back victory lane?
It's going to take a lot of, I guess, smart driving. There's a lot of good cars running, especially tonight. Trying to be at the right place at the right time like we were a couple weeks ago. Main thing is getting the lucky draw to be able to start up front because we're all so close to each other time-wise, and having a car that can run 50 laps consistent and just stay out of trouble. I mean, I feel like the top 4 or 5 cars we race pretty clean. When you get in the back a little bit, you have to be a little bit more cautious, but I've done it before. I think we can do it again.
Absolutely. And then one more thing I wanted to ask you. Tell these race fans, you know, where can they find you next couple of weeks as, you know, you hit the summer stretch for racing?
We're going to run the Cars Tour race next weekend here at Stockton 99. And I think maybe in June or July they go back down to Bakersfield. I'm not sure if it's an SRL or a Cars Tour. We're kind of hit and miss. We have this car to run Stockton just with the Stockton late models, and we have our Fury that we run in the Pro Late. So it's kind of depending on budget, sponsors. We're always looking for more sponsors trying to help us, support us. We just play it by ear. And that's kind of the luxury of not running for points that, oh, let's go to Bakersfield, let's go to Irwindale. I really want to take that car and go down to Madeira. I think we're going to run the 10,000 to win race down there. We've had pretty good success down there in years past. I haven't been there in like 5 years, but it's kind of a up in the air, kind of play it by ear. We're going to go camping in a couple weeks, so that's going to get rid of racing. We're going to go to Sonoma and camp, so it's kind of like whatever we want to do. It's kind of nice.
Actually, one more follow-up question. Can you tell me a little bit more about the importance of having the Cars Tour here out on the West Coast, and what has that done to change the dynamic to not only, you know, the late model side of things, but they've also got the Legends cars as well?
Yeah, I think it's a really good deal. It's another avenue that, you know, since everybody's kind of gone to the Pro Late with All-American, Madeira, Irwindale, Kern, they're kind of grouping it all in one set of rules, which is really good. You can take that car, you can run with the SRL and their Pro Late model. You can go run a Saturday at Roseville. Tony here is going to have Pro Late models, identical rules. It is huge. The Legend cars, they put on a really good show. Them following along, it brings more people in the stands. And we ran the first one down at Kern, and we ended up getting wrecked on the 4 laps to go. But just the atmosphere, the professionalism, the way you go through tech, the way that they treat you with respect, the payout's great. I really think it's a good deal for the West Coast.